Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we're gonna compare the two releases of the soundtrack of A Ghost Story, the version from 2017 and the version from 2024. Hello again, and thanks for tuning in for this comparison of these two editions of the soundtrack of A Ghost Story. But before we start, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you are interested in physical media, especially Blu-ray reviews, and also of course soundtracks on vinyl. You can also find me on Instagram with the same handle, Physical Media EU, where I post detailed pictures of all the items that I review. With that said, I have already reviewed the soundtrack of A Ghost Story. This is the original release from 2017. You can find the link up here, and I have also reviewed the movie, which I have here, this Korean release from Kimchi Lenticular. Very nice, one of the gems of my collection. Is of course a movie that I enjoy a lot. So when I made the review of this version that I actually uploaded not that long ago, because I got this version during last year and it took me a while to finally record the review and post it, one of the things I mentioned there is that I thought that this soundtrack was not going to be repressed, and if you wanted to get it, your best option was either eBay or Discogs. But luckily I was wrong. Like a couple of months after I posted that video, it was announced that Milan was repressing the soundtrack. To my surprise, I didn't see it coming, but I went ahead and pre-ordered it. The main reason being that the original copy that I have is a little used, let's say. I bought it used and it was already a little worn out, that having the option to buy it new, I thought I will just do it. So here are the two versions. Let's take a look at them and see if there are any differences. So I will start by showing again my original version. In this case, as I said before, is a little worn out, my version, so my copy. So I like to keep the inner sleeve on the outside. In this case, many vinyl collectors do this, so they can access the record without having to take out the jacket of the album from this protector. So you can see, you can just like get the record there. But in this case, for this video, I will take it out. Let's begin by taking a look at the jacket, and you can see here in my copy that you kind of can see the shape of the vinyl inside, right? So this doesn't look too good, right? But when I got this record, it was like the only thing available, and I'm not particularly a picky collector. I prefer to have the item in like in a used condition rather than not having it at all. At the same time, you can see here like the corners are a little worn, and on the back you can also see the shape of the record here, this mark. This could have been, I don't know, that that the record was just like piled up horizontally or stored in a poor way. So that's very unfortunate, but that I think was one of the reasons that made this copy a little cheaper. Then it comes with this printed inner sleeve, which this one actually is in pretty good condition, I would say. Here you don't see the mark of the vinyl, so that's actually pretty good. But yeah, in sake of trying to keep it as pristine as possible, I put the record in a separate sleeve. And that brings us to the main difference, I think, between these two editions. Is like in the original one, the album was white, and in the new one it has a different pattern, which we will see in a second. So that's all for the original release. Now the new one, it comes with this label here from At the Movies, which says limited edition of 500 copies, music by Daniel Hart. This is a smoke colored vinyl, which includes an insert, and the record is 180 gram vinyl. Well, the other one was also 180 grams, by the way. Now here the cover is exactly the same, and also the back. But the difference is the texture of the cardboard of this jacket. Here, if I put them side by side, maybe you can see that one shines more than the other, right? So that's one of the differences. Now remember that the original came with this printed slip cover that you see here, but in this case The same comes in just one paper. This is not a sleeve, it's just a single paper, which also has like matte finish. You can see also here together there's a little bit of a difference in the tone of the image, but yeah, of course, one of them is much shinier than the other. And in this new release, the record comes in sleeve with anti-static plastic here, which is very nice. And now if we see the record here, you can see the new colorway, which looks super nice. So in my opinion, being that the original release was so expensive to get in the second market, if you like this movie and you're after the soundtrack, just get the new version. The differences are quite minimal, I would say, and these differences don't bring any value. So getting the 2024 release at the original price is such a good option. I would just go with that. And that was it for the video and this comparison. I hope you liked it and it was useful. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel, and I would love to hear in the comments if you have watched this movie, what do you think of the soundtrack, and if you plan to get this release. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.